back once again. What's up, everybody? For November the 20... days of today. For November the 25th, Wednesday, November the 25th, 2009. This is the Champions League review, folks. The one and only Mark Spencer has returned. And, folks, today's Champions League games were, I would say, they were outstanding. I couldn't agree, or I could even disagree. Sometimes in the history of the game of football, we see lots of great games. So, who would have thought in their right mind that Liverpool would be out of this competition? And it looks like they're out. It looks like Fiorentina sealed their fate yesterday, and they won what was the score? 1-0 over Lyon yesterday, and it was actually a good game. I watched some of the highlights, and it was a pretty good game. There's no doubt in my mind they really went at it, and I think both teams were attacking both sides. Fiorentina with stars like Gallardino. There was a trip up, penalty shot, and the penalty shooter took the shot and he scored. So, in the end, it was a big loss for our Liverpool. So it looks like for the first time in years for Liverpool, they're going back down to the Europa League, the second league. They used to be called the UEFA Cup, and now they're going to see if they could get any type of silverware. They have a good chance if they go down to Europa League. I don't know who else is going to be joining them. I think Inter Milan might be joining them, or Barcelona, even though they won today 2-0. It was actually a pretty good game. I watched the game. Inter Milan didn't show any life. They looked dead the whole game. They were bad. It was actually yesterday. The game was yesterday, and Inter Milan just didn't look good. I saw a little bit of the Stuttgart Rangers game. I saw the highlights, and I'm telling you, Glasgow Rangers just to look like they're dead. I don't feel they have any heart, any determination, any passion. So, the way you look at these games, you got to compete. And, some of these teams are just not competing. And for the likes of me, these teams are some of the best teams in the world, and they need to compete. And that's what it's all about. You got to have a competitive heart. The game's all about heart, and sometimes I think some of these players don't play with it. I need to see more of that out of some of these players. I don't blame Rafa Benitez. His ownership has no money. They're not going to have any money for a long time until they move to the new stadium. I was right. So I'm sorry, Liverpool fans. It's going to be a tough 3 years. So get ready. The depression has begun for that team. Teams like Manchester City, they're doing good. They spent the money and they're getting some repercussions. They're winning. So, and another good news. Looks like Robinho is going to be playing this weekend in the Premier League, so that's the news. And I got one more piece of news. Paul Hart has been sacked yesterday, so it looks like Ostrom Grant has been given the job for the Chelsea for the Portsmouth manager. So I'm surprised Paul Hart got sacked, but it was coming. Once they brought in Ostrom Grant as director, it was inevitable. The new ownership of Portsmouth was going to probably replace him. So I think in the end, folks, that we learned in some of these movements that anything's possible, and it usually does happen the way it happens. So today's Champions League games were good. Yesterday's games were good. So we'll find out in a week's time. December 8th is the next games. So to finish out the round robin. So it's getting dicey now. AC Milan, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan. It's dicey. I don't know which teams are going to make it or not going to make it, but hopefully AC makes it, but we'll see what happens. It's the name of the game. Well, for all you footy fans out there, continue to watch the games this weekend in the Serie A, the Bundesliga, the La Liga, the Premier League, all over the world, all the games. Enjoy the games. We'll see you next week. Take care, folks.